There's the live button for LinkedIn. It is live and YouTube is up. What's up, guys? Justin R. Harris here. Welcome back. Business Scenarios. You know the playlist. We're getting up there, getting very close to the end of this playlist, and you'll be able to just play this over and over and over. Hopefully, you do it in order from wherever you start. So, like if you listen to today, then you listen to tomorrow and you listen to the day after. Whichever point that you jump in is very critical. With this topic, new government tasks. The whole point of this one here is to talk about, as we have built up to this conversation for today, it is talking about government and so forth. And really, without hashing and getting into yesterday's topic or the previous playlist, I would say, because they are in order. So I would say yesterday, but we're just going to say the previous playlist in numerical order. With this one, it's kind of a conversational piece because it's talking about, all right, so we're revamping government, how government applies to the community, where government has its shortfalls when it comes to business, and then businesses observe those shortfalls and jump in, kind of recapping on other previous conversations, like the example of that of like U.S. Parcel Service and where that's controlled by the government, but yet companies like UPS and FedEx saw where they could capitalize, jumped in and made an income out of it, right? And those are private corporations. So in this sense, we just talk about the world on a global aspect and how things can change so dramatically, right? And where government can maybe improve on some things, like the comfort of just being safe, right? All the way down to a safe level, just having a regular life, right? And sometimes government is greatly responsible for that. And with that, taking that into consideration, let's say, terrorist attacks, and a terrorist attack. Unfortunately, when people hear terrorist, they just think, Arabic countries, and that's not true. Terrorism is essentially anyone who threatens the livelihood of another group of people, right? It becomes a terrorist act. That's kind of a real general definition. It's not an exact, but I'm just saying don't identify it with one specific culture. It's really just someone terrorizing another group of people, right? And so think about that on a global aspect, right? So, like, if you were to think about how easily someone could plant a nuclear bomb, right, inside of an appliance, a product, and send it over to the US and someone have it in their home and not even know. And then when they turn it on, they clear out an entire city or a community and it's a nuclear fallout. I mean, just think about that. You never know, right? And so knowing where things come from, all the way down to manufacturer companies, who put hands on what, who shipped what, all the way through, is the only way to track things backwards. I mean, if someone becomes a victim of something and the survivor of that victim wants to be able to now investigate, they need to follow the accountability trail, right? And so during that accountability trail, it's important that everything has been documented for whatever the product was that was built, all the way down to the first person who built it or put hands on it and sent it off to the next person, right? So people want to say that government is a little too invasive when it comes to their privacy, but when is it not enough when it comes to safety? In some countries right now today, everywhere you walk, you have cameras and everything recognizing your retinas and your facial description, and they know where you are all day long. You as a person, tracking you all the way back to your home, your shopping habits, your daily habits, where you work and so forth, your path that you take to get to and from work and the store and everything else that is your daily habits, right? So in some countries, that's normal, right? So it makes it harder to be the one to go out and commit some sort of atrocity, right? Because they can track you back to where you came from. So think about stuff like that when you look at your own community and how maybe government could step things up. And maybe you can be that innovative thinker and make that corporation that comes in and capitalizes where government has a shortfall. See you next time.